Recording.
Welcome to Monday night meditation and channeling session with Chamundai. And we're going to start by closing our eyes gently and just taking some breathing in a square breath. So you're going to breathe into your count of 4 and doing this with your eyes closed if you're able to do that. Breathing into your count of 4, holding the breath for 4, breathing out to your count of 4, and then holding the breath out for your count of 4. I'll play a little bit of music and just practice that breathing for a little bit. And as you're breathing, just changing the focus now into the heart area. Just breathing in and out through the heart in your own time. Doesn't need to be counting, but you can if you'd like to. Otherwise, just imagine you're breathing in and out through your heart. And as you do that, thinking thoughts of gratitude. So just saying to yourself, I'm so grateful for, finding some things that you're very grateful for in your life, that you're thankful for. Even though we have lots of obstacles, there's always things that are really good that we can find gratitude for, whether it's I'm grateful that I'm breathing, I'm grateful that I'm in my home, I'm grateful for food I had for dinner, anything at all. Just repeating as many grateful things as you can while you focus in the heart helps to expand the heart coherence and helps us to meditate. Just breathe out through the heart. Just really see feelings or emotions. Imagine any feelings or emotions can flow out through the heart, just letting go, just like an ice block melting. Then we're just going to breathe down through the body and into the earth. Imagine your breath can just go down, down deep into the earth. And think about your favorite tree and how much of the root system is below the earth that holds that tree really solid, really strong. The stronger the root system, the stronger our connection to the earth, the stronger our energy, the more resilient we are to emotional ups and downs. We know how easy it is for a tree to blow over if the roots come up. So imagine with your breath from the navel area, you're just breathing down deep into the earth, really connecting with the earth. And across time and space, we call on our guides, teachers, masters to be here with us now. I call on my teacher, Sri Shakti Narayani Amma. We call on all the great ones who are working for the light to be here now. Guidance, protection, and illumination. Call on Saint Germain and the violet flame to release any negative energies and just to wash through our energy field. And just keep that breath going down deep into the earth. Thinking about a tree. Imagine that energy in the root system can go from the navel area right down deep into the earth. Just like you're growing roots in your imagination from the navel all the way down through the legs, out through the base of the spine and deep into the earth. I'm going to just sing a little bit of a mantra, which is a seed mantra, and the sounds have no real translation into English, but they have a vibration, a frequency like a different note of music, and it goes through, it resonates or vibrates through the energy system, and it clears each of the energy centers, and it helps to bring forth extra energy. So you can just relax while I do it and just allow it to work through the centers. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Simram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Namaswaha. So the sounds are resonating through the base of the spine, through the sacral area, through the navel area, then the heart, then the throat, the third eye in between the eyebrows and the crown of the head. So that's how they're working up, but you can just allow them to do their thing. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Simram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Namaswaha. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Simram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Namaswaha. Hari Om Nam Lam Mam Vam Simram Vam Yam Yam Ham Shiva Om Namaswaha. And just breathe in and breathe out all over, just letting go of any tension. If you notice anything at all of discomfort in the body, just breathing through that area. And if the mind is kind of asking you to go make a cup of tea or just to distract you, that's okay too. Just let it know thank you. And coming back to focusing on the breath. And just letting the mind know that it can just go to the back seat, like the back seat of the car for the moment. And if it doesn't, that's also okay. So we're just going to really focus again down deep into the earth. And we're going to imagine that from the center of the earth, we can breathe up golden energy. And imagine like golden breath, like air is coming all the way up through the body, filling up your system with golden light. All the way up through the body, the arms, the trunk of the body, up through the head, out through the top of the head. And just intend and imagine that the breath goes all the way up, out through the sky, past the planets, and up to the highest point in the universe, where the creator source energy comes forth. Call it divine, God, source, creator, that which causes the heart to keep beating, and the infinite intelligence that is inside a seed. How does the seed know what sort of plant to grow into? Because it's programmed with intelligence. Just breathing that in from above, all the way down through the body. Just imagine the energies can come out the front and back of the heart, front and back of the navel area. And imagine you can call all your energy back. If you've been talking to anyone or thinking about anyone, just imagine you can breathe in everything that's you, letting go of any other people, anyone who needs your attention, just letting all that go. And just being here with you. And then again, we're just going to breathe in and release. Imagine you can breathe out any stress, any energy you don't need, anything else at all. And we also just ask all the energies to clear away any obstacles, any stuck energy. Just allowing the energy to work through. And then just returning to the heart and practicing that gratitude in the heart. Just thinking about the chest area, the heart area, and just repeating those thoughts of gratitude. You can follow the breath. Just notice where your breathing is as you're repeating in your mind everything that you're thankful for. And we're going to ask for a message tonight that will most help, especially around direction, around letting go of the past, letting go of any stressful events, anything at all that can benefit those who are here and those who might listen to the recording later on. So I'm just going to put some music back on while I just take a moment to connect and see what message is coming, and then I'll pause the music and I'll just speak through that message that I'm receiving. We are here with a message for you tonight, as you have requested some advice about this next stage of your life. And it is true that much has taken place in this earthly plane, and we would encourage you to realize and to attune to the new chapter that is unfolding, not only for you, but for the whole of humanity. For we are in a rebirth of humanity. It sometimes seems as though the events on earth are quite difficult and dark, and yet this is not the ultimate truth of what is unfolding in the evolution of humanity and the evolution of earth. There is much, much light and much love being opened and unfolded on the earth. And individually, you or others may not feel or realize that this is taking place, but there is a great resurgence of love and compassion and good deeds. And over the years to come, you will be amazed at the opportunities that will come for you and the opportunities that you will see others putting forth into the earth and into the life of humans. There will be great goodness such as you have not seen in your lifetime. There will be a preponderance of goodness, a tipping the scales in the favor of good deeds instead of bad. And although at the moment it does not look like that, this is not the truth of what is happening in creation. This is, unfortunately and sadly, the way that humanity has been programmed, and those who hold the power of delivering information through media and other sources are in control of what information they deliver to the majority of humans. And if you have not been able to access the higher realms, you would not know that what is actually happening is that the consciousness of the Christ is rising again, not as in the form of Jesus returning to earth, although this has been spoken about. But what is happening is that in the heart of those great humans who have committed themselves to the spiritual path, there is an opening of great compassion and love and the capacity to heal. And this is what the consciousness of the Christ is really all about. And so this journey, which has been described sometimes as being from the head to the heart, is truly no small adventure. And you, like many others, have been through an adventure that has broken your heart in two. And this is difficult, we know, for humans to manage. And yet at the same time, this is a necessity if you wish to truly develop into a state of joy and peace and unconditional love. The trappings of the human attachments and the human life is sadly to be removed and dissolved away. And this often happens through great grief episodes, such as you have experienced and many others have experienced too. And at the time, this causes great pain. And yet the benefit of the pain, or the point of the pain, is not to cause hurt to humans, but it is to focus them on what is good and what is true and what is important in the human physical life, because truly it can be easy to be caught up in the structures such as that which can be purchased with money. And yet what good is money to any human if they cannot breathe, or they cannot swallow food, or they cannot open their eyes? All of this is only brought about as an awareness when there is an obstacle, struggle, or a what you might think of as a disaster happens. The human consciousness and the human mind refocuses and redirects itself to return to that which is important. And that which is important in a human life is the stages of life, which is to become connected to the divine, then to carry out your work in the world, as in the word dharma, or good deeds, and then to move through the family life. However, there is a stage after that where it is time to move towards a higher consciousness, to be of service and to do good deeds in a way that you are giving back to humanity. And we are aware that this has commenced within your family. And it is a very good thing that this charitable activity is taking place, as it gives the people involved a chance to focus their energies and their hopes and dreams on bettering the lives of others. And this truly is the only purpose that humanity has for its existence. For if you are not helping others, then your life will be meaningless, and it will feel meaningless, but you may not know why. And so while humans are able to fill up their lives and their days with many different activities and what you might call social events or conversations or physical activities, even such as exercise, the real truth of the reason for human existence is to evolve the consciousness, which means to become more kind, more patient, more loving, more accepting of others, less connected to the field of gossip or criticism, and being always in what we describe as a higher vibrational field. You might liken this to, you are on the ground floor of a building looking outside, and you can see a garden, you can see a road. You then go in your elevator lift or upstairs to the first floor and look out the window. You can see a little bit further above the trees. You can see further down the road. Then you go up one more floor to the next floor, and you can see further still. And if you were to travel all the way up to the roof, you would get a bird's eye view of the whole of the area in which you are located. And in the same way, when you raise your consciousness, this is what happens inside the mind of a human. You start to see every event through different eyes, as if you have put on glasses and focused in on different things, or perhaps taken glasses off, and the focus is fuzzy and broad. But the term rose-colored glasses sometimes is used to say that you are looking at life as an optimist, but truly, once the consciousness is in a high place, as if you are on the top of the building and you're looking out, then everything is seen through the lens of love. And this means that you always see two sides to every coin. You see two different points of view to every argument or dispute. Every behavior that you see that you think is not good or it's a problem, you see the other side of that. And so it allows communication to happen in a much more peaceful way. And this is useful not only for you, but for all people who are around. And this is a time in the evolution of all humans and in your own journey to let go of that which has not worked up until now, and to find the fun, lightness, and the joy in life. For truly, the purpose of humans on earth is to serve and to help others in a way that brings forth joy, fun, and lightness. And so finding time for fun, laughter, and enjoyable activities, and also finding ways to help others, whether it is in a small way or a large way, is an integral and an essential part of human consciousness and the development of all humans at this time. And so we would encourage you all each day as you wake, what is one good thing I can do for someone today? Perhaps it's a phone call. Perhaps it's buying flowers randomly for your neighbor. Perhaps it is gifting some small item to somebody. Perhaps it is in your coffee shops to purchase a coffee for the person behind you without telling them and then walking away. There are so many ways. There are many, many places where you can do good works, charitable works, but also human kindness. There is a way of looking around you to see what do others need, because all of humans can be quite focused on what we might call a tunnel vision, where they see only their own. We want to say drama, and we do not mean this in a negative or critical way, but we would say that humans often see only their own life, when their own life is simply a part of a massive tapestry that crosses the world. And it is the truth that has been said that when a butterfly flaps its wings in one part of the world, then there is a breeze in the corresponding place across the other side. For truly, each movement of each human causes a movement inside the web of the human fabric. And so just like if you were to send a message in your phone system, it can arrive to someone no matter where they are located. And this is not seen as surprising by humans. They accept this technology as being quite normal. And yet, if we were to remind you that your thoughts travel in exactly the same way, you might say that this is too far-fetched. And yet the electricity that happens with thoughts and beliefs and emotions travels in the same way that your technology such as phone and Wi-Fi also travels and is picked up or connected by another device. So think about two humans, and truly there has been much research that humans have done on this exact phenomenon. For example, the telepathy tapes has researched this with autistic children in a very deep way, and has proven quite categorically that thoughts can be read and picked up by others. So there is no surprise to remember that thoughts and emotions on one side of the world, or even for your next door neighbor are not contained within the physical space where you each live, and that you can affect others through your positive thinking. This is not a small thing, but the idea of having good thoughts for others and holding a good vision for other people is a very positive and profound practice and can have a great benefit to the whole of humanity. So again, we would like to congratulate all of you who do good works all of the time, as we do know that you have the hearts of gold, and it is only with a heart of gold that you must go through much suffering in order that that gold is like a diamond. And how is a diamond formed? It's formed under great pressure. It looks like a black rock at first, but with the pressure and more pressure and more pressure, it turns into a beautiful diamond that is so hard it can cut glass. And this is the resilience that is developed inside the human when they recover from the suffering, do good works, and focus on helping others. Focus on joy and play. Focus on all things that bring forth love, creativity, abundance. And sometimes some humans will return to ideas and projects or activities they may have done as children, for these activities may still bring forth much joy and fun. Do you have any questions about anything that has been said? If you do, you can simply undo the microphone and ask a question. Sometimes there are questions when there are crossroads at a time in your life when you are working through or recovering from what you would experience as some difficult life event, disaster or grief or loss. And we would say during this time that it is a time of self-care and nurture. And at the same time, it is important to remember that nothing lasts forever, and that the initial pain and shock does diminish with time, and that it is a moment in time when you look at the whole of one's life. If a human lives for 60, 70, 80 years, then the events that are difficult may be over 1 or 2 years inside that whole span of life. They may be over a few days within a year, few days within a week, and the week is within a month, and the month is within a year. And the tendency is for the focus to come in on that event. However, we would encourage a larger outlook as much as possible, almost like bringing the head up out of, we could say, out of the sand, or out of the being with the head under the blanket of the bed, and looking out and opening the curtains and realizing there is a world out there. There are people who care about you and others, and there are people who are waiting for your magic, what you have to share and to help, and how you will help others. And every moment of good deed, good thought, appreciation helps somebody, because it adds to the vibrational uplift of the world. And at this time, in particular, the next few weeks, there is a great shift happening in humanity, and there is great access and capacity for healing and for a shift in vibration. And so we would encourage you all to follow your practices of meditation, of mantras, of spiritual practices, being with like-minded people, and anything else that you need to do to uplift your mood. Perhaps it is listening to favorite music and dancing around the house. Perhaps it is enjoying the ocean or the nature or the trees. Humans sometimes talk about bathing in nature. Forest bathing has become, we would almost want to say, a trend, and we of the higher realms giggle at the fact that humans are made of nature. They are made of the 5 elements. And so being in nature is, of course, very uplifting for the human energy field. And there is nothing better than to go and speak to a tree or touch a tree or feel your bare feet on the earth or the sand on the beach and allow any worries to flow through you. This does require a little quietness inside, perhaps some silence and some focusing on the body and the thoughts, and allowing oneself to be present to the moment in stillness and in silence. And this is where music can help to uplift the mood, as there are many, many healing sounds now on your music platforms such as YouTube, which have frequencies that guide and uplift your energy. There is so much goodness available. And although technology has in many cases been used for less than good means, it is also a messenger of goodness. And we would encourage you to explore and find all that resonates and uplifts your heart. We now propose to end this transmission and this message tonight, and we will return and we will send much love and gratitude to all of you. If there are questions in the future, they can be sent ahead of time and we are happy to answer them. At this time, we say goodbye. Very good. So let's just take a minute to just breathe again down into the earth. And just really feeling the body, feeling the feet. And then we're just going to finish up tonight, and happy to answer any questions. And we will be here again next week at the same time, Mondays, 8 p.m.